TV SOA News and spoilers say that on a crisp Monday morning, September 8, 2025, the residents of the affluent community of Beyond the Gates found themselves ensnared in a whirlwind of ambition, heartbreak, and shocking revelations. The events of this day, as captured in the latest episode of the gripping soap opera Beyond the Gates, unfolded with a ferocity that left viewers on the edge of their seats. From thwarted dreams of homeownership to familial bonds tested by unexpected gestures, and a kidnapping case that spiraled into violence, the day was anything but ordinary. For those eager to dive deeper into the drama, the full episode is available to stream, but here, we unravel the intricate tapestry of emotions and conflicts that defined this unforgettable chapter. Leslie's battle for the dream house. At the heart of the episode lies Leslie Thompson, a woman whose fiery determination is as legendary as her refusal to accept defeat. Leslie, portrayed with steely resolve, has long dreamed of escaping the confines of her cramped apartment, a space that feels more like a cage than a home. For months, she has set her sights on a sprawling, elegant house in Beyond the Gates, a property that promises not just comfort but a new chapter of independence and prestige. With its manicured gardens, soaring ceilings, and an office space perfect for her burgeoning freelance career, the house represents everything Leslie has fought for. But on this fateful Monday, Vanessa Reynolds, the cool-headed real estate agent handling the transaction, delivered a devastating blow. The home buyer, an enigmatic figure whose identity remains cloaked in mystery, refused to allow Leslie to finalize the purchase for another 3 months. The reasons were vague, something about paperwork delays and undisclosed financial hurdles, but to Leslie, it felt like a personal affront. Her face, a canvas of frustration and defiance, betrayed the storm brewing within. She had spent weeks envisioning her life in this house, from hosting lavish dinner parties to working late nights in her private office. The idea of returning to her claustrophobic apartment was unbearable. Leslie's stubbornness, a trait that has both endeared and alienated her to those around her, kicked into overdrive. She paced the real estate office, her heels clicking sharply against the polished floor, as she demanded answers from Vanessa. "I've done everything you asked," Leslie snapped, her voice trembling with barely contained rage. "I've signed every form, jumped through every hoop. I deserve that house." Vanessa, ever the professional, maintained her composure, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of sympathy. She explained that the buyer's decision was final, for now. The keys to Leslie's dream home remained tantalizingly out of reach. This setback only fueled Leslie's resolve. She vowed to fight, to uncover whatever obstacles stood in her way, whether they were bureaucratic red tape or something more sinister. As she stormed out of the office, her mind raced with plans, perhaps a direct confrontation with the buyer or a legal challenge to expedite the process. Leslie's determination is a force of nature, and viewers can't help but wonder, will her tenacity win her the home of her dreams, or will it lead her into a web of consequences she can't foresee? Ted's grand gesture and the fractured family. While Leslie waged her battle for the house, another drama unfolded in the Thompson family, centered around Ted, Leslie's estranged father, and his daughter, Eva. Ted, a man whose gruff exterior hides a well of complex emotions, made a decision that sent shockwaves through the family. Learning of Leslie's housing woes, Ted saw an opportunity to mend old wounds and prove his devotion to his daughter. The house Leslie coveted wasn't just any property. It boasted a spacious office, a feature Ted knew would appeal to Leslie's entrepreneurial spirit. In a bold move, Ted offered to purchase the house outright and gift it to Leslie, with one surprising condition: Eva, his younger daughter, could move in with her. This gesture was monumental for Ted, who has spent years grappling with the fallout of his fractured relationship with Leslie. Their history is a tangled knot of misunderstandings, missed opportunities, and unspoken apologies. Ted's decision to buy the house was not just about providing shelter, it was an attempt to rebuild a bridge that had long been burned. For Eva, who has always seen her father as distant and unyielding, this act of generosity revealed a new side of him. As Ted explained his plan over a quiet coffee at the local cafe, Eva's eyes widened with a mix of surprise and admiration. "You do that for her?" she asked, her voice soft with disbelief. Ted's nod was firm, but his eyes glistened with vulnerability. "She's my daughter," he said simply. "And you are too." For Eva, this moment was transformative. She had grown accustomed to seeing Ted as a man defined by his mistakes, a failed marriage to her mother, Nicole, and a strained bond with Leslie. But now, she glimpsed a father capable of selflessness, willing to risk his own financial stability to give Leslie the home she craved. The scene, bathed in the soft light of the cafe, was a poignant reminder of the power of familial love, even when it's buried beneath years of resentment. Yet, Ted's grand gesture was not without complications. His decision to prioritize Leslie's needs reignited tensions with Nicole, his ex-wife, who has been trying to reconcile with him for months. Nicole, a woman whose pride is matched only by her longing for Ted's affection, saw the house offer as a betrayal. To her, it was proof that Ted would always put Leslie first, leaving Nicole to pick up the pieces of their broken relationship. In a heated confrontation outside Ted's office, Nicole's voice cracked with emotion. "You're throwing away everything we've been trying to rebuild," she accused, her hands trembling. Ted, torn between his love for his daughters and his unresolved feelings for Nicole, stood silent, his face a mask of anguish. The camera lingered on their standoff, the air thick with unspoken words, leaving viewers to wonder if Ted's act of kindness will cost him more than he can afford. The kidnapping crisis escalates. As if Leslie's housing woes and Ted's family drama weren't enough, the episode took a darker turn with the ongoing kidnapping case involving Chelsea Morgan, a young woman whose disappearance has gripped Beyond the Gates for weeks. Chelsea, a vibrant artist known for her murals that adorn the town's community center, was last seen leaving a gallery event. Her abduction has been a source of fear and speculation, with whispers of a shadowy figure pulling the strings. On September 8, the case took a violent turn, as two women, Chelsea's best friend, Mia, and a mysterious figure named Rachel, clashed in a confrontation that left viewers breathless. Mia, driven by desperation to find her friend, had been following a trail of clues that led her to Rachel, a woman with a murky past and a connection to Chelsea's disappearance. The two met in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town, a setting that amplified the tension with its flickering lights and echoing emptiness. What began as a tense exchange of accusations quickly escalated into a physical altercation. Rachel, her eyes blazing with defiance, denied any involvement in Chelsea's kidnapping, but Mia wasn't convinced. "You know where she is," Mia shouted, her voice raw with grief. Rachel's response was a shove, sending Mia stumbling backward into a stack of crates. The fight that ensued was chaotic and brutal, a stark departure from the polished drama of Beyond the Gates' usual conflicts. Mia, fueled by loyalty and rage, lunged at Rachel, her fists swinging wildly. Rachel, no stranger to survival, fought back with equal ferocity, her movements precise and calculated. The camera captured every moment, the crunch of wood as a crate splintered, the sharp gasps of pain, the glint of determination in their eyes. For a moment, it seemed neither would back down, but the scene cut abruptly to black, leaving viewers with a cliffhanger that promises more answers, and more violence, in the episodes to come. What drove Rachel to such extremes? Is she truly innocent, or is she hiding a darker truth about Chelsea's fate? And will Mia's relentless pursuit of justice bring her closer to her friend or push her into danger she can't escape? The kidnapping storyline has become a powder keg, and this latest explosion only raises the stakes. A community on edge. The events of September 8 didn't just affect Leslie, Ted, Eva, and Chelsea's circle. They reverberated through the entire community of Beyond the Gates. The town, with its pristine streets and manicured lawns, has always been a facade for the secrets and struggles of its residents. Leslie's public frustration at the real estate office sparked gossip among neighbors, who speculated about the mysterious buyer blocking her purchase. Was it a wealthy outsider looking to gentrify the area, or someone closer to home with a personal vendetta? The rumor mill churned, adding fuel to Leslie's determination and tension to an already fraught situation. Ted's decision to buy the house for Leslie and Eva also rippled outward. At the local diner, where residents gathered to dissect the latest scandals, opinions were divided. Some saw Ted's gesture as a noble act of fatherly love, others whispered that it was a desperate attempt to buy back his daughter's affection. Eva, caught in the middle, found herself fielding questions from friends and strangers alike, her loyalty to her father tested by the town's scrutiny. Meanwhile, the kidnapping case cast a long shadow over Beyond the Gates. Parents held their children a little closer, and the community center, once a hub of creativity, felt eerily quiet without Chelsea's presence. Mia's confrontation with Rachel only deepened the town's unease, as news of the violent encounter spread like wildfire. The episode closed with a haunting shot of the warehouse, its doors creaking in the wind, a silent promise that the truth about Chelsea's fate is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. What lies ahead? As the credits rolled on this explosive episode of Beyond the Gates, viewers were left with more questions than answers. Will Leslie's relentless pursuit of her dream house lead to triumph or tragedy? Can Ted repair his fractured relationships with both Leslie and Nicole, or will his grand gesture tear his family apart? And what secrets does Rachel hold about Chelsea's kidnapping, and will Mia survive her quest for justice? The drama of September 8th was a masterclass in storytelling, weaving together personal ambition, familial sacrifice, and raw suspense. For those hungry for more, the full episode is available to stream, offering a front-row seat to the passion and peril of Beyond the Gates. As Leslie, Ted, Eva, and Mia navigate the challenges ahead, one thing is certain: in this town, nothing is ever as it seems, and the next twist is always just around the corner. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.